Hello and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I will be showing you my recent obsession I've been having, I don't know, I think for the last month and a half, and it's been mermaids. You can see I just drew the tail right there. I have been obsessing over just details of mermaids, the overall outfits that mermaids could have, their personalities. I think it's because, I don't know, I've just been really interested in mermaids lately. I can't even put something to it, nor I think I just like the overall, like, meaningful designs that they could have while still be having like the same like general things. I know that could be true for anything, but I've just been really interested in mermaids. So for this video, I'm be showing you 3 different mermaids I drew. I believe this month. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe I drew these this month. For this one, to give a little general like talking about how I was thinking about this character, this is the youngest one I believe out of all the 3 I'm going to show you. I believe they were like in high school, and the character, I don't know, I don't have any names for any of these characters, so if you want to name them, you can just go ahead. I'm terrible with naming for most characters. So I just believe she's she's in high school, and she's just a person I guess want to be like a normal teenager, but you know, is not a normal teenager. If you ever see movies like those, like I have like a love and hate relationship for them. But yeah, I decided to do like a I guess a slight, I guess you can call it rendering, very loose term for my type of drawings. I'm terrible at rendering. I do want to get better, but right now I'm just terrible with it. I did like rendering for this character. I will show you more different art styles I did. I experimented a little bit. They came right back to where I normally was. Well, I do like to experiment, of course. I definitely want to stay comfortable with my own drawings, stuff like that. Overall, this drawing was super duper fun. My favorite part to draw was, of course, the tail. For any time I'm drawing like a mermaid, my favorite part will be the tail. Secondly, was the little animal friend, the little fish, the little purple fish you see. I absolutely love drawing little animal friends for main characters, and I definitely see why a whole bunch of like Disney princesses have them. Like, I think it's like a way of telling the character's personality without just blatantly saying it. If you have a person by their side who either the complete opposite of them or is like their go-to pal for stuff. Absolutely love that. Another thing I like messing with was the water. I just adding the coral reefs, the little algae, the seaweeds. Overall, just had a whole bunch of fun with this first one. It definitely inspires a whole bunch of my next ones. For this next drawing, I do take it upon myself to go a lot more dramatic and play with poses, with that being hands, faces, perspective, even the way the character's looking. I just wanted to play a whole lot more with what I was doing and give a lot more decoration to the tail. You'll see later, this character has like flower petals around them tails. They're much more of a more fashionable than my last one. The last one is like a basic mermaid. But for this one, I don't go in with line art. I completely just start coloring. I want to start blocking out what colors I wanted what, and completely just try to get stuff down to be just the way I like it compared to everything else. Overall, I do regret doing that. I think it would look a whole lot better if I would have went my normal route. But I mean, it does. I think I liked it. I think it turned out pretty good. Getting to the point where I could start shading and just getting everything to, I guess, where I like to be for it. I don't know. Just tell me what you think down below in the comments, because I definitely think it was like a hit or miss, and I for some reason in some way got it a little bit in between. Of course, it might be terrible to some, amazing to others, but I think I did all right. Not too bad. Now, like I said before, when drawing a mermaid, my favorite thing to draw of a mermaid will always be the tail. But for this one, I absolutely mean it. Like, look at how much like cute little flower petals or cute little like shade, like I guess look decorative piece to their tail. Would I call it flower petals? I'm not too sure as much as it is like maybe like a another type of plant around them. But I think I just like adding like little bit decorative pieces to the tail. Like, you can tell like they're very like dramatic with their clothing, a very like dramatic mermaid, but I guess not too dramatic because she is chained up. I don't know why. I know how like you have like a certain drawing or you just feel like way about a certain piece, but you didn't go too far into the lore with that. I didn't. Unfortunately, I am more of like an artist that does it and then maybe try to figure something out for some characters. Some people are just in the background and will never be spoke of again. I do have a habit of that, and it's the worst habit of mine. But like some characters I think about all night and have a complete story for them. Others I do not. Others I can't even like fathom something for. Like, well, she's like a very pretty character, so I am a little bit upset I can't think of anything for her. I mean, maybe like this whole like mermaid cinematic universe or something for her about the reason why she's chained up. So I tried to experiment with shading. I mean, shading light is the same thing, I guess, essentially. With the light coming in only through one way, I really wanted to experiment with that. I butchered it. I did terrible. I didn't do as well as I hoped it would. And then I wanted to add like a little bit of redness to her face where like it had something to focus on. Didn't do too good with that as well. Overall, the drawing was fun, and Tails 10 out of 10 for me. For my last drawing, I decided to go with my traditional way of drawing, mainly because this is a straightforward, strict character, unlike my last two. While my last two were like flowy, cute, very cute esque, this one was a tougher character. And of course, I wanted to let her have her flashy moment, which is why I gave her like a star on her spear. It gives off like a trident, like basically where it's like flashy, but still enough to know you mean shit. And I definitely wanted to go that with her. Like I gave her like different bra than compared to other mermaids. You know how like Ariel, she has like the shells, and the last one I give her like a classic bra. For this one, I gave her like a sports bra with a crop jacket on it. It just give off a tougher vibe for me, and I definitely in my mind when I picture mermaids, they definitely have like their own fashion, especially now with the water being polluted. They have so many different ways to wear things. Um, you can do that with a whole bunch of things where every you can just put on something on a mermaid, and technically it could make sense. And so experimenting with mermaids is definitely, like I said, like it's completely fun. It's just it's probably one of my most favorite things to do compared to drawing other things, but this is just something where it's like, oh, they could put on this and they could have all that, and it's really just fun overall. All my coloring, I do like the same as normal. I just really just do basically everything I'm normally doing. You ever watch my other videos? This drawing, just drawing like sequence is nothing different. I'm just adding my base color right now before I start shading. I don't think I shade everything all the way. I think I do okay with some things. Other things were just left untouched. I like her hair. I like her hair more than a lot of things. I think I want to go slightly closer to Ariel, but I think a more tougher Ariel is what I really wanted to do. I really like that, because like Ariel was like of course she was like a beautiful mermaid, but she was a little bit too, I guess, a little bit too naive for me. So having like a mermaid that's like a little bit more down to the ground, who's okay with being in the sea and do anything to protect her people she care about, was definitely a vibe I went for. As I'm going in with the shading of the jacket and the hair and then the skin, I absolutely just love this character overall, and I love doing this character just different things. I think definitely my favorite one might not be the tail because of how basic it is, but it was definitely the jewelry of it. Like the spear, the little little star, the deathly thing on her necklace, and it just gives a lot of intriguiness about her character. I just overall absolutely enjoyed drawing this character, and I just wanted to see what could be more for this character in the future. Alright, that's going to be it from a mermaid video. Have anything you want to say, please comment down below, and if you want to see, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.